Hi everybody, just an update of the press conference for little Michael Vaughan. It's day 5 and there's been nothing, not a word. So I'm just going to play the update from the press conference, and please share it out and let's get this out there.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. My name is J.D. Huff, and I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Fruitland. And I just want to start out by saying thank you for attending today. This is this thing is monumental, and it's super important that we have you guys here helping us out, getting some words out here today. So I want to start this off by introducing some of my counterparts here, some of my partners that are helping me with this. I'll start out with Special Agent Brian Sullivan with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Captain Matt Sly with the Idaho State Police. I've got Chief John Plaza with the Payette Police Department, Brian Marinelli with the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue Team, and I've got the family of Michael Joseph Vaughan here, Brandy and Tyler and Brandy's sister here today with us. So I'm going to read my press release to you, and then I'll stand by for a few questions for you once we complete this, okay? Today, the Fruitland Police Department, in conjunction with the state police, multiple Treasure Valley law enforcement agencies, and the Federal Bureau of Investigation, we continue to search for missing and endangered 5-year-old Michael Joseph Vaughan, MJ to his family and friends. Michael was last seen near his residence on Southwest 9th Street in Fruitland at approximately 6:30 p.m. on July 27th, 2021. Operations to date include the methodical search of the area near Michael's residence, which included 2 irrigation runoff ditches, which were drained by the Fruitland Public Works Department in an extensive search and rescue effort, including the use of canines, aerial, and marine and land support. Idaho Fish and Game officers are continuing to search the river by boat 4 to 5 miles downriver and back up, and in the sloughs of the Snake River as well. The Fruitland Police Department will continue to organize search and rescue operations with resources provided by the Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue Team, the Fruitland Fire Department, and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, and others. We've received a tremendous amount of support from the Fruitland community and will continue to call upon them, but as needed. We're continuing to seek the public's assistance to identify individuals who are in the area of Southwest 8th, Southwest 9th, and Cornwall Way in Fruitland from 6:30 and 7:15 p.m. on Tuesday, July 27, 2021. If you were in that area or you know someone who was, please contact us at 208-642-6006, extension 0. That's the Payette County Sheriff's Office, and again, a tip line. Even if you don't believe that you have something that's relevant or relevant information to this case, we want you to contact us so we can recreate a complete picture of the time that Michael was last seen. Every minute counts in these investigations when searching for a missing child, and we appreciate the public's support and cooperation as we continue the search for Michael. If you live in the immediate area, please thoroughly search your property to include any outbuildings, vehicles, anything that a 5-year-old kid could get into. We also ask that you review any security camera footage that you may have that may be attached to your house. video is extremely important to us in these circumstances, in these investigations. We're also very grateful for the public's assistance in following up on each lead. We are vigorously following up on each lead that we're getting in. So I want to make it clear that as your tips are coming in, they're not falling on deaf ears. The community knows because they see us out here every single day, pounding the pavement, pounding these rural areas. We are working. We're committed to finding Michael, and we're not going to leave any stones unturned. So you need to understand that the investigation of this child we're using every resource, and it's very intense. We ask that the community only report information from credible sources to law enforcement. And as we know, that as we know that if we're just coming up with speculation, it causes rumors, and we'd like to have factual information. So please help us out that way so we can chase down factual leads. We also want to emphasize that Michael's family continues to be 100% cooperative with our investigation, and we're asking you to be extremely respectful of their privacy during this situation, and we would appreciate that. Super difficult time, as you would know. So Michael was last seen wearing a light blue Minecraft t-shirt over here on my left, dark blue boxer briefs, a child size 11 sandal, and he stands 3'7" tall. He's 50 pounds. He's got blonde hair, blue eyes, and he answers to the nickname Monkey. If you see Michael, have any information that would lead us to his whereabouts or his location, please call the Payette County Sheriff's Office at 208-642-6006, extension 0. So we just want to extend our appreciation to our community. We thank you for your continued support and the media. And with that, I'll stand for a few questions.
So I was out here the past few days. There's a lot of people driving out here wanting to help, but they weren't really sure. There was some organized stuff, but just what do you want people to do who are wanting to help you guys out? Do you want them to stay out of your way? Is there things that they can do to help support, or kind of what direction you want to get people to?
Okay, thank you. That's a great question, and we've been getting that quite a bit. I would tell you that where we certainly appreciate the public's wanting to help us. We've evaluated that several times, and it can become a little problematic for us. So what we're asking the public to do at this point is to search their residences and their homes. You never know. We got a 5-year-old kid out there. He can wander in and out of places super easy, into people's backyards. Any place that he could be on a larger piece of property, that's what we're asking the public to do. We have trained professional search teams with search canines that are certified, and we're in these areas that we have been for the last 3 days now. So we're asking for the public to stay out of those areas and let us search those with these certified search teams. They're professionals. They know what they're looking for. A lot of times when we recruit civilian help, they miss things. And so where we have such an intense and such an important goal to accomplish, we don't want to miss a thing. We need to cover those pieces of ground inch by inch with trained searchers who know what they're looking for. And they have canines that accompany them that are trained and certified as well. So we're just asking the public to help us out that way. Let us work through this with trained professionals. At the end of this, if we still find nothing, we may recruit the public's help in another mass area search down the road. But that'll be down the road, and that is an as needed event. Okay, thank you. Corey.
What credible leads have you gotten so far last time?
Corey, thank you for the question, but I'm not gonna opine or weigh in on the ongoing investigation into this thing. I just can't do it. So I appreciate that. Our focus and our main focus is finding MJ and bringing him back to his family, and that's where we're at right now. Search and rescue operations, and we're going to continue doing that. So thank you.
And you mentioned canine teams coming in. Were some canines brought in from out of state as well?
Well, yes, they were.
We've got canines, had at least 10 specific canine teams from at least 3 different agencies. I'm sorry, can you step up to the podium for just a second there? Sorry. We've had at least 10 separate canine teams from 3 different organizations that span from coast to coast.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Can you touch on more about what these outside agencies were able to bring to this case?
Oh my gosh, thank you for the question. These outside agencies bring everything to the case that I can't. Manpower, resources, equipment. I mean,
Sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. My internet's dropped out. So on that link, it still went for a couple of more minutes, but I'll try and get it back again. What I find increasingly nagging me is the fact that it's so similar to summer wells. The time of day. Summer's disappearance was reported to law enforcement about 6:30-ish. So was Michael's. Their age, they're both 5. I know these are just circumstantial things, but they're things to consider because these things do happen. There was only one parent home at the time, supposedly, with the Wells case, but I think it's been verified with Michael Vaughan that his mum was at work and that dad was looking after him and his little sister. So I've checked on Google and it's a 12.5-hour drive from Kingsport, Tennessee to Fayetteville. That's not ridiculously unachievable in a nearly 6-week time gap. If this is a serial person who's doing this, maybe you don't know, do you? One good thing, not that it's a good thing, but a more favourable thing for Fayetteville is the terrain doesn't look as horribly hilly and dense and dangerous as it does in Tennessee. So please like and subscribe, and I'll try and get the rest of this video back up shortly. And I'm going to do another live later this afternoon with talking about summer. So if you're bored Sunday afternoon here in Australia, drop in and say hi. Come up on StreamYard and have a chat with me. Let me know what you think. Just a couple of questions for later on that I thought I'd bring up. How do law enforcement do this day in, day out? Like, I know they don't have one of these cases going every single day, 365 days of the year, but how do they mentally deal with it? Like, I've been following cases for 15 years from day dot right through to the end of the court case, and it is an emotional roller coaster, and I'm just a bystander looking in. I don't know how law enforcement do what they do. It's just incredible, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Another question, why is there so many of these cases happening, like literally every second week? Just why? It's bizarre to me. I just don't understand. We're pretty lucky here in Australia. We don't have very many at all. When we do, they're just high profile from day dot, and yeah, it's just, we have Amber Alerts as well, but thankfully we don't have anywhere near as many cases as this. So I just don't understand why there's so many. Why is it getting so bad? But have a think about it, and I'll be back later this afternoon. We can have a chat. Thank Thanks, guys. Sorry about the video cutting out. I don't know what happened there, but I'll get on to it. Thanks for joining in, and I'll talk to you later.